Good morning. Let's talk about trust. In the age of AI, trust is no longer earned in the same way. It's not just built through service or reputation. It's shaped by the systems that speak on your behalf, that decide for your customer before you even show up. And here's the challenge. 54% of Americans don't trust that AI is unbiased. 42% don't trust that AI answers are accurate. And that's not just a gap, that's a warning. Because if AI is going to become the new interface between brands and buyers, then trust needs to be built into the system itself. And that's what I want to talk about today. But first, a question. What is trust? It gets bandied around a lot, but do we actually know what it means? Rachel Botsman has a great definition. She says, it's a confident relationship to the unknown. You trusted the pilot to get you here. You trusted the Uber driver to drive you. You trusted that the coffee you had this morning wasn't going to have bad milk in it. Trust is how we hand over control, but still believe it's going to be okay. But the way that we build trust is changing. Trust used to be local. You trusted your neighbor. You trusted the local greengrocer. With mass media, it became institutional. You trusted the brand, the bank, the regulator. With the internet, it became distributed. Reviews, forums, influencers. I believe we're entering a new era of trust, embedded, where trust needs to be baked into the systems that make the decisions for us. Trust by design. Today, we mostly interact with AI still on a conversational basis. You ask a question, you get an answer. But we rely on it still to rank, to prioritize, to filter our choices. And it shapes what we see, what we believe, and the actions that we take next. But I think we're at a critical inception point where we're actually seeing AI go from suggestion into action. Here's a personal example. This is my ChatGPT usage over the last year. Always a danger to share. And like many of you, I started with ChatGPT early, experimenting, curious, maybe asking a question to get a quick answer, maybe summarizing a document. Over the last year, my usage has intensified both in frequency and also in breadth of use cases. I've used it in my garden to take a picture and suggest good plants, where they might sit with the sun, what soil acidity they might need. I've used it when I was planning to come here to say, where should I go with the 3 hours I have off in Vancouver? Plan me an itinerary. And I've also started to use it as more of a personal coach. Now, the user interface is so simple that it's easy to forget how much trust we are putting into that. Now imagine that multiplied. AI agents don't just help you pick a product, they buy it. Book my next flight, reserve the hotel, file my expenses. No comparison sites, no brand storytelling, just it's done. We think of AI on a spectrum, from assistive AI, here are the options, to autonomous AI, choose for me. As we move along the spectrum, one other thing increases, trust dependency. But are consumers ready to allow AI to decide for them? Well, this YouGov study shows 54% of Americans do not trust AI to be unbiased. And when we dug deeper into this, several themes surfaced. I can't see the source. It looks confident, but is it right? Whose side is it on? These are real questions from real people. A mum looking for a doctor for their child, a small business looking for a payment provider, a student looking to book their first international solo trip to a new country. So what does it take for AI to become truly trustworthy? Well, AI is only as good as the data it trains on. And for AI to be trustworthy, it needs to train on data that is at scale, that is fast renewing, that is high integrity, and that is context-rich. That's where humans come in. Our data, our voice, our feedback. Trustpilot is a good example of this. Founded 17 years ago as a place to give everybody a voice. It helps consumers share feedback, it helps businesses listen and respond. We're now the world's largest independent feedback platform in the world, with over 300 million reviews across 1.25 million businesses and over 100 countries. Every day, there are almost 200,000 new reviews submitted on the site, and every review reflects an authentic consumer's experience with a business. A few weeks ago, we launched TrustLayer, which is a new solution to embed the voice of the customer into AI workflows across search, commerce, payments, procurement, investing. Because if AI is going to act on our behalf, it needs to listen to humans. I like this quote from Sam Altman. The best companies grow by word of mouth, by having users who love the product so much they tell their friends. Word of mouth is trust, scaled. So if the question is, what does trust look like in the age of AI? The answer is it's embedded, woven into the data, the systems, and the decisions. The future of AI will be built on trust, or not at all. Let's embed it together. Thank you.